great vision of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati and Bhakti Vinod Thakur. You to enact this great vision, he had to take practical steps, and he was content to take them in the most humble way. A devotee should not simply daydream, expecting Krishna to accomplish everything with miracles. Prabhupada, however, was not dreaming idly, working for years alone in India. He had held his plan of going to the West, and Krishna had at last fulfilled that desire. In America, in whatever circumstances and with whatever small facility Krishna had provided, he had preached, and slowly, step by step, he had met with success. Realizing his vision of a worldwide society of devotees, always he had kept his greater vision in mind, as every step forward had given him deeper satisfaction and had brought him closer to fulfilling his mission. Prabhupada sometimes told the story of a poor potter who dreamed of expanding his business and becoming fabulously rich. As the potter slept one night, he dreamed of how much land and how many houses he would have, and of how he would have a beautiful wife. When the potter considered that perhaps the wife would quarrel with him, he became angry and said, "If my wife fights with me, I will kick her." And kicking, he broke the only two pots in his stock and was reduced to nothing. I am stopping here. Thank you, Prabhu. Shila Prabhupada ki jai.
Is, thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, uh, devotees will start this verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter, it is Canto 5, chapter 17, the descent of river Ganges, and verse number 22 and 23. 22, 23, Canto 5, chapter 17. Yasyadyāsit gunavigraha mahan vigyānadishnyo bhagavan aja kila yat sambhavoham trivrita swatejasa vaikārikam tamasam endriyam srije ete vayam yasya vase mahatmanah tita sakunta iva sutrayantritaha mahanaham vai kritatamasendriyaha srijama sarve anugrahadidam yasyadi asid gunavigraho mahan Vijnanadishnyo Bhagavan Aja Kila Yat Sambhoham Trivrita Swatejasa Vaikarikam Tamasam Indriyam Srije Ete Vayam Yasya Vase Mahatmanaha Stita Sakunta Iva Sutrayantritaha Mahanaham Vai कृततामसेन्द्रियः सृजाम सर्वे यदनुग्रहादिदम् यस्याद्य आसीद् गुणविग्रहो महान् दिष्ण्यो भगवान् अजः किल यत्सम्भवोऽहम् Trivrita swatejasa Vaikarikam tamasam mendriyam srije ete vayam yasya vase mahatmanaha tita sakunta iva sutra yantritaha mahanaham vaikritatamasendriyaha srijam sarve yadanugrahad idam. As devotees, you can chant this verse.
Yes, Prabhu, I can try. जशाद आसीत् गुणविग्रहो महान् विज्ञानधिष्ण भगवानजः किल यत्सम्भवहं त्रिवृत्ता सतेजसा वैकारिकं तमसम् इन्द्रियं सृजे इति वयं यस्य वशे महात्मनः स्थिता शङ्कुता इव सूत्रजन्त्रिता महानहं वै कृततमसम् इन्द्रियः सृजं सर्वे जदनुग्रहादिदम् हरे कृष्णा प्रभु
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. Anyone else wants to uh, read this verse? Okay, so someone can read the word by word meaning, the synonyms.
if no one was there I can read Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Yasha, from whom Adaya, the beginning, Asit, there was, Guna Vigraha, the incarnation of the material qualities, Mohan, the total material energy, Big, Bignano, of full knowledge, Dishnaya, the reservoir, Bhagavan, the most powerful, Aja, Lord Brahma, Kilo, certainly, yet from whom, Sambhava, born, Aham, I, three Brita, having three varieties according to the three modes of nature. Sha Tejasha, by my material strength. Vaikarikam, all the demigods. Tamasham, material elements. Andriyam, the senses. Srije, I create. Ete, all of these. Vayam, we, Yasha, of whom, Vashe, under the control, Moha at Maha Manaha, great personalities, Sthitaha, situated, Shakuntah, vultures, Iva, like Sutra Yantri Taha, bound by rope, Mahan, the Mahat Tattva, Aham, I, Boikrita, the demigods, Tamasha, the five material elements, Indriyaha, senses, Srija Maha, we create, Sarbe, all of us, Yat of whom, Anugrahat, by the mercy, Idam, this material world. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, if someone wants to read the translation for the verse, I can read it. From that personality of God that appears Lord Brahma, whose body is made from total material energy, the reservoir of intelligence predominated by the passionate mode of material nature. From Lord Brahma, I myself am born as a representation of false ego known as Rudra. By my own power, I create all the other demigods, the five elements, and the senses. Therefore, I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than any of us and under whose control are situated all the demigods material elements and senses, and even Lord Brahma and I myself. Like birds bound by a rope, only by the Lord's grace can we create, maintain, and annihilate the material world. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Being. So, that's the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If someone wants, they can read the purport for this verse.
I can read, Prabhu, if no one
Yes,
is there.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A summary of creation is given in this verse. From Sankarsana, Mahavishnu expands, and from Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu expands. Lord Brahma, who was born in Garbhodakshai Vishnu, fathers Lord Shiva, from whom all the other demigods gradually evolve. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Vishnu are incarnation of the different material qualities. Lord Vishnu is actually above all material qualities, but he accepts control of Shaktaguna, the mode of goodness, to maintain the universe. Lord Brahma is born from the Mahat Tattva. Brahma creates the entire universe. Lord Vishnu maintains it, and Lord Shiva annihilates it. The Supreme Personality of Godhead controls all the most important demigods, especially Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, exactly as the owner of a bird controls it by binding it with a rope. Sometimes vultures are controlled in this way. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radha Govinda Goswami Tingamne. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitingamne. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining us. And this is a very nice verse. In Mataji, Sita Anandari Mataji, you gave a very nice class on the verse before this. And you spoke about a lot of things actually in a very, very short time. A lot of information you gave to all of us. Thank you. And in that verse, of course, Lord Shiva is speaking. We have the background is that the Ilavrat Varsha. So we know that this Bhumandal, we have so many planetary systems above the Bhumandal, and there are so many below. Above the Bhulok, we have Bhuvarlok, then we have Swargalok, then we have Maharlok, then we have Tapalok, and Mahatapa, and Janalok and Tapalok, and then Satyalok. So, and then we have the Bhuvar, Swarga, Mahar, Jana, Tapa, and Satyalok. And then we have Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, Patal. Those are the planets below the Bhulok. And then we have this, within this Bhulok, we have, or Bhumandal, we have different islands. And the middlemost one is, what is it called?
Jambudip.
Jambudip. And within the Jambudip, there are many
9 Varsas.
nine verses. And right in the middle, we have which verse?
Ilavrata Varsha.
11th verse. In every verse, as you mentioned, Mataji, Lord is worshipable. Lord is worshipable in every verse. And in 11th verse, so we know that 11th verse is part of the Bhumandal. So in the 11th verse, which is one of the nine verses, um, Lord Shiva is worshipping whom?
Lord Sankarshan.
Lord Shankarshan. So in the middlemost uh, verse, which is 11th verse, Lord Shiva is worshipping Lord Shankarshan. And we know that Lord Shiva is, this is actually, this topic deals with the descent of Ganga. We know that Ganga actually came from the spiritual world, the spiritual water, the causal water is actually coming into this universe through the hole made by the toenails of
Lord
who?
Vamana. Lord Vamana Trivikram.
Trivikrama, Lord Vamana. When Lord Vamana appeared, we know that when he extended his um, leg upwards, then we know that this feet, the toenail of his feet, actually made a hole in the covering of the universe. That's why we know that the water from the spiritual sky is coming down. So that's Karanodak water from the causal ocean. And that water actually comes down, and then of course it comes onto the head of Lord Shiva. Later on, of course, it comes down further to the other lower planets, and then they are going in different branches, which are all mentioned in this chapter of the Bhagavatam. And Lord Shiva is the one who keeps the water on his head,
Jata. Jata.
on his jata. And he is the one who is so merciful that, through him, the water is coming to all this. We get access to the Ganga Jal. We get access to the river because of his mercy, because he's the one who accepted to hold the Ganga when it was coming down to this earth. So that Lord Shiva is here in elaborate verse. In elaborate verse is also mentioned later on. This is the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Elaborate is also mentioned in the ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. We know elaborate is mentioned when there's a story of Sudyumna. Mataji, you also mentioned that yesterday. The story of Sudyumna. And Sudyumna, how Sudyumna goes to this place of elaborate verse, and there is also one special place in elaborate verse. There's a forest which is very, very special in a sense that any male who goes there becomes
Female.
female. The Sukumar forest, Sukumar one in the elaborate verse. Just mentioned in connection with in the ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, talking about how the Surya ones and the Chandra ones actually get together, they amalgamate. So that's mentioned in that context, because we know that Surya Dev or Vivaswan is the one who starts which ones? Which dynasty?
Surya density?
Surya dynasty, the Surya ones. And then we have Surya's son is Vivashwan, Vivashvat Manu or Shraddhadev, and Shraddhadev and Shraddha. Um, uh, they have a daughter actually. By the yajna was performed and a daughter was born, and the daughter is Ila. And of course, Ila's gender was changed by Vasishji, by worshipping Lord Vishnu. And then his name was changed to,
Ila.
no,
Ila.
Ila's name was changed to Sudimna.
Oh, yes. So yeah, Ila became Sadhumna.
Sudimna when he became a male. And then Sudimna, when he went to the forest on his horse with his ministers, all the ministers were in their horses and they go to this place called Ilavrat Varsh, and to that forest called the Sukumar forest. And there we know that they all changed to females. Ila, who was born as a female, became Sudimna, and then again his gender changed to female. He became female there because of that place, because we know that that place is the place of Lord Shiva, and then Mata Parvati doesn't want any male to be there, and therefore every male who goes there becomes a female, and this is a Lord Shiva's arrangement for Mata Parvati. And we know that Sudimna actually becomes again female. So female to male and then female again. And then when she was a female, at that time, the son of Moon, son of Chandrama, actually, whose name is, does anyone remember? Budh. Budh goes there and Budh is attracted to Ila, who is a female at that time, and through Ila and Budh, who is born?
Puru, Puru,
Yes, Pururava
Pururava?
Maharaj.
Pururava, yeah.
Pururava Maharaj. So Pururava Maharaj is born, and we know that Pururava Maharaj, from then on, then the dynasty, the Chandravan starts. So we have Moon, and then we have the son Buddha, Budh, from Budh, Pururava, and then others. So Budh is actually from the Luna dynasty, but the wife is from the
Solar dynasty.
Solar dynasty. That's how the two Vanshas get together. And then of course later on he becomes again male 1 month, male 1 month, female by mercy of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is very, very expert in doing that. He can change someone's gender from male to female, female to male. And then so 1 month he was male, 1 month he was Sudimna, 1 month Ila, by the mercy of Lord Shiva, of course, later on. So that's another story where Ila Vrat is mentioned. Also in Ila Vrat Varsh, Lord Shiva is always worshipping Lord Shankarshan. And we know that when we talk about the creation, what should come as a result? What is the purpose of mentioning creation in the Srimad Bhagavatam?
Make progeny, make
Yes,
population. Make progeny, make
Yes.
population.
Yeah, but that is not the real purpose. The real purpose is what?
To
Anyone?
bring, yeah, to bring back to Godhead and to suffer.
Yeah, so that
The
everyone actually understands
yeah.
who the real creator is.
Oh, yes.
Aham sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvita. What is the purpose of knowing who is the creator and how the creation took place? So that we can understand the greatness of Krishna and worship him. Buddha bhava samanvita. That's why there are different topics in Srimad Bhagavatam, because all the topics are meant to lead us towards the Ashraya Tattva, who is Krishna. Isn't it true?
Yes,
That
Prabhu.
is the that is the real goal um, of putting Srimad creation in the Srimad Bhagavatam. All these topics of Bhumandal, how who is in Bhumandal and what is happening, how creation, how the mountains are, they are dividing different tracts of land, how there are different oceans, sea, salt water ocean or milk ocean or Lika ocean or yogurt ocean or clarified butter ocean or pure water ocean. All these are there, how tracts of land are, all of this is meant, it is there so that we can understand the greatness of the Lord. And in every Varsha, Lord is worshipable. Only Lord is worshipable. Even Lord Shiva, in this prayer, he is saying, in the previous verse, of course, he's saying that that same Lord, you are the creator, you are the maintainer, you are the destroyer. He is saying that. How the creation actually is done by the Lord, is maintaining it, and He's destroying it. The Lord is actually responsible for this. And then in this verse, so in the previous verse, He's saying that. In this verse, He's saying, Yasya Adhya. Yasya Adhya. At the beginning, Adhya. Yasya. By whom? By whom? Yasya Adhya Asid Guna Vigraho Mahan. Guna Vigraha means he is the manifestation of the three gunas. Like, who is this? This is Brahma. We know that Brahma is the first created being. Isn't it true?
Yes, Prabhu.
He is the one with the material body, Guna Vigraha. He is made up of the material element. Before Brahma's creation, there is lotus. What is before Brahma's creation? Lotus. And then from the lotus comes Brahma. So we have, of course, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, we have Karanadaksha Vishnu, and then we have Garbhodaksha Vishnu who goes into every planet. And then from Garbhodaksha Vishnu's navel comes the lotus, and from the lotus Brahma is born. So we know that although Brahma is born from the lotus, did Brahma create the lotus?
No.
No. Brahma doesn't create the lotus. He was born from the lotus. And here it's mentioned that Brahma, who's Guna Vigraha, who is actually born from the three modes, right? And whose body is made up from the material elements. Of course, material energy which is comprised of the three
Modes.
modes, guna vigraha. So his body is not a spiritual body, but his body is material. Guna vigraha, made up of the three modes, made of material energy, which comprise of the three modes. And so it's mentioned, he's mentioned as Vijnana Dishnu. He is also reservoir of intelligence. And Vigyan, Dishnu, and Bhagwan Ajakila. So that from whom comes, so here in this verse it's mentioned that Brahma is actually coming from,
Garbhodakshay Vishnu.
yes, from the Lord. So he is, Lord Shiva is offering prayers to Shankarshan, and he is praying that you are the source of even Brahma, who is actually made up of, whose body is Guna Vigraha. Vigraha means the body, and Guna Vigraha means one whose body is made up of the gunas, which of course is um, the material energy, which is actually the three modes of material nature. And so he is of course very, very intelligent, we know that. And we also know that from the Srimad Bhagavatam, that his intelligence is coming from whom?
Krishna, Lord Krishna.
Krishna. Only the intelligence is coming from Lord Krishna. And Ajaha, of course, means Brahmaji, Ajaha Kila. And Yat Sambhavo Aham, from whom I am born. Because we know that Lord from Garbhodaksha Vishnu comes Brahma, and from Brahma comes Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is from between the eyebrows. Lord Shiva comes. That's how he manifests in this world. Of course, there is also Sadasiva, but here this Lord Shiva is saying that Aham, Yat Sambhava, Aham means I. So Brahma is born from that Lord, and from whom? From that Brahma I actually appear. Who's saying this?
Shiva.
Lord Shiva. So, and also he's saying that then Trivrita Swatejasa Vaikarikam Tamasam Mahendriya Srije. And then after that, of course, I create Srije, Srijan or creation. I create Aham Swatejasa by my Teja Vaikarikam. Tejas Ahamkar or Vaikarikam and Tamas, all the different Ahamkars. We create all the different Devatas, Indriyas, and all the material elements. All of them I create. This, of course, this is all given in another part of the Srimad Bhagavatam. How the different ingredients are created. All the gross and subtle elements are created. So this is what Lord Shiva is saying here. And Ete Vayam Yasya Vase Mahatmana Stita Sakunta Iva Sutra Yantrita. If Lord Shiva is asked, how, you saying that you create all these things, you are creating all this material, you're creating the bodies of devatas, you are creating the different material elements. So all these are created, you are creating, and you are created from Brahma, are you all independent creators? Do you create independently? If that question is asked to Lord Shiva, then he says that we are ete vayam yasya vase. Yasya vase means under whose? Bus. Bus means we are
Adhin.
all adhin. We are under the control of
Lord.
the Lord. He's saying that we are actually not independently creating. We are actually created, and we are actually creating. We are created and we are creating, and whatever we are creating being under the control of the Lord. And we are under the control of the Lord, just like we are under the control of just like Sakunta Iva Sutra Yantrita. Sakunta means like a bird or like a vulture. Eva like Sutra. You know what Sutra means?
Cage.
Yes, Mataji?
Cage.
Yes, Sutra means a string, rope.
Yes.
Sutra, Dhara, Dhaga. Sutra Eva. So, Eva Sutra Yantrita. We are bound. We are under the control of the Lord, just like if someone is having a sutra tied to a bird, and then the bird is fully controlled by a person who is pulling the sutra. Isn't it true?
Yes.
So he's saying that we are creating. We are created by whom? Yasya. That's why. By whom? By whom we are created. And we are creating, remaining fully under the control of the Lord. That's why it's mentioned here that Sakunta Eva Sutra Yantrita. And also, he is saying that all these things we are creating, whatever we are creating in this creation, because this is a description of the description of the Bhumandal and description of the Ilavarat Varsh and all the other planets. So this is all about a little bit about creation and how Gangaji comes. So now he's also saying that Vayam, all of us, Brahmaji or I or all the devatas or anyone, Srijama Sarve Yad Anugrah Idam. Srijami, Srijam Sarve, we are all creating all this. Srijam, we create. Vayam, Vayam means we. We create Vayam Sarve. Whatever we create, Sarve, it is because of Yad Anugrahad Idam. Idam means this planetary systems or material world. It is all because of His mercy.
Lord's
Anugraha means
mercy.
mercy. So he's saying, so what he says in this verse, so if you want to summarize it, what are some of the things he says in this verse? If you have to summarize it, what is the main thing in this verse? Yes?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. I think the main point is he's saying that the original creator or the original the original person is the Supreme Lord, and everyone else, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are created and are under the control of the Supreme Lord. I think that is a gist.
Very nice. So he is the controller. He's the creator. That's why I said aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma bodha bhavasamrita. Yes, everyone is created by the Lord. Krishna is the original creator. Everyone is created. No one is independently created. And the good thing is we can see is Brahma is created and he knows that I am created by the Lord. Lord Shiva knows that he is created. He knows that he is created by the Lord. He is not independent. He knows that. And iti matva bhajante mam Buddha bhava samanita. Lord Shiva actually is a devotee. He is worshipping the Lord. Even Brahma, we see that he creates. When Naraji was saying that you are the creator, who are you worshipping? And Brahmaji says that I pray to that Lord by whose illusory energy people think that I am the Lord or the creator. I am the Jagat Guru. He's saying that in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Here Lord Shiva is making it also clear in his prayers that he is not the creator, but he is created. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Anything else?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Also, whatever they are creating in the material world, because of the Lord's mercy.
Very nice. His anugraha.
Yeah.
The question might be, how does someone, how did Brahma create? The Brahma or Lord Shiva, all of them create because of mercy of the Lord. Because in the same 4 key verses of Bhagavad Gita, we also have Tesam Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam to Mena Maopyanti. I give the intelligence by which they come to me. And not only intelligence, Teshamevanu Kampartam Mahamagyana Jamtamaha Nashyami Atma Bhavasto Gyana Deepena Bhasvata. I give the intelligence and I remove the darkness of ignorance. So all these things Lord Krishna says I do. He says in this Bhagavad Gita. So here, yes, Brahma actually, or Lord Shiva, in this verse, of course, is Lord Shiva. He is very clearly saying that it is because of his anugraha, his mercy. Because of his mercy, I am able to, or we are able to do. He says, why am? He's not saying only I. He's also understanding that if he's coming from Brahma, Brahma is also not independent. Or if devatas are doing some help or helping in this maintenance or creation of this world, then actually they are also not independent. Vayam is the word. Vayam means we. All of us are doing it because of anugraha of the Lord. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Anything else?
Prabhu, I have one question.
Yes, Mataji.
Though it is not related in this text, but I always confuse about that. That Chaturbhuha, from coming past Chaturbhuha, then second Chaturbhuha. So sometimes I read it's in the Dwarka past, then Vaikuntha. I confuse with this one. So actually, where means Chaturbhuha made actually, and where
What
the
Chaturvyuha?
situation.
Where there's the first Chaturvyuha,
Yeah, it's in Dwarka or
there is, I've got one calendar here. So there is one, of course, we have the Chaturvyuha is in Dwarka.
Dwarka.
So we have Golok Vrindavan, then we have Mathura Dham, Then we have Dwarka Dham, right? So in that Dham we have those first quadruple expansion. So that is in the Dwarka area.
Okay,
The-
Dwarka.
yeah.
Then second Chaturbuha?
The second Chaturvyuha actually happens um, just Vaikunta area.
Yeah.
It's the Vaikunta area.
Okay. So that's Narayana's expansion in the second Chaturbuha.
Yes, then we have the Narayan expansions, which are a little bit further down. And then all the Karana Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and Shirodaksha Vishnu, and then all those below.
When this is coming on second Chaturbuha's expansion, right?
Yes. From the second Chaturvyuha, Sankarshan, then comes the three Vishnu expansions, the Narayan Purushottama.
Mhm. Okay, these are the in Vaikuntha. Okay, got
Because we can see that even when Lord comes, when Lord comes, we see that Pradyumna and Aniruddha are where? Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and they are all where? In which part of they're in Dwarka.
Yes, in the family of Lord Krishna's.
Yeah, they're all in Dwarka. Yeah. So they are Dwarka expansions.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, because I always confuse about this one.
Yeah. So there's one Dwarka expansion, and of course, then we have the Vaikuntha expansions.
Okay.
Yeah. Mataji, can you just chant the Maha Mantra for a minute? I'll just check because there's some alarm going on. I'm not sure where the alarm is coming from, the fire alarm.
Sure.
Just chant for 1 minute. I'll be back.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, anyone else? Anyone else? Hare Krishna. What else did we learn from this year?
Yes, very nicely you described about that sun and moon. Actually, I read a little bit about that Budh. I said, what? Why Budh's name is coming here? Then I did not go too deep. So I came to know it's Budh from the that lunar dynasty and about that.
Budh is from the lunar dynasty.
Yes,
because
yes.
we have lunar dynasty. All of them are, of course, coming from the Lord. Because it is all from Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Of course, Garbhodaksha Vishnu is coming from the Lord. And Garbhodaksha is Vishnu's, from Garbhodaksha Vishnu comes Brahma. And so Brahma's one son is Atri Muni. And another son, of course, there's other sons I'm talking, we know. So one is Atri, and the other one is Marichi.
Yeah.
From Atri comes the lunar dynasty.
Okay. Yes.
From Marichi comes the
solar
dynasty. Because we have Atri, from Atri and Anusuya, we have three sons born. One is, we have Som, Dattatreya, and Durvasa.
Durvasa, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So Som, Durvasa, and Durvasa Muni is an expansion of Lord Shiva. Of course, Dattatreya is an expansion of Lord Vishnu. And then we also have Som, which is an expansion of Brahma. So Som, Dattatreya, and Durvasa. From Som, we have Budh. From Budh and Ila from Solar dynasty. Right? Ila from solar dynasty and Bodh. And then that's how the lunar dynasty down comes from the down. And then from Marichi, we have Kashyap. Kashyap, from Kashyap was born Kashyap and Aditi, Suryadev, Vivashwan. And from Vivashwan, the Manu, Ikshvaku and all others, the solar dynasty started. Ikshvaku was not there. Ikshvaku and other 9 sons were not there when Ila was born, because Manu, Shraddhadev, Manu did not have any other son at that time.
Yes.
So that's why he had to ask for a yajna to be performed to get a son. That's when the wife actually desired to have a daughter, and then that's why the daughter Ila was born rather than a son being born. That's how the story is.
Yes. Interesting story. Thank you. And yes, you remind us again that we are here to know the Creator. We
Yes.
are here to know the Creator. Actually, we always, every second, we need to remember this one. Yes.
So by knowing the Creator, we have to get, the purpose is to know the Creator and worship the Creator.
Yes.
Aham sarvasya pravo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva vajantema Buddha bhava samanvita. If you know the creation, if you know who the Creator is, then you will worship the Creator. That's the goal, to take us closer to the Creator, so that we can worship the Creator. But that's what is the purpose. Or if you, let's say you are studying the Leela Katha of the Krishna, what is the purpose? Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvataha, to know the tattva behind it, so that you can go get closer to Krishna. That's the goal. Not just becoming very knowledgeable because I know all the katha and everything.
No. Yeah.
So the goal is to get closer to Krishna and get freed from this cycle of birth and death. And then also, of course, when you talk about creation, we can understand how vast this creation is and how great Krishna is, how great his intelligence is, so that we can get attracted to him.
Yeah. True.
Anything else, anyone? Anyone else wants to say what they have learned in this verse? Or with what we have discussed? Okay, thank you so much for the devotees. Shri Shri Radha Girdhari Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Shri Gaunitaya Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Bhakt Hanuman ki jai.
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada
Prabhupada
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
His Grace Dr. Madhav Govinda Prabhu ki jai. Ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa vaibhacha siddhanam pavonebhyo vaishnavebhyo
वैष्णवेभ्यो
namo
नमो नमः
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda ki
Ki
jai.
jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Ki
jai.
jai.
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल
All glories to assembled devotees.
All
Hare
right.
Krishna.